Hi. Well, it's another beautiful day, though it's cloudy and cold. And today, I want to talk about separation. So, what is separation? Well, at one time, you were part of God, okay? And, and man, I'll bet that was great. But you know what? For whatever reason, God, or the source, which is what I believe in, decided to send you down here to be a human. And he separated you from him, okay? And then you were put into your mama's belly. And, you know, once you were there, of course, you didn't remember anything about being with God, but you were with your mom, okay? And that was a little bit like being with God because you were connected with her. And then eventually you got born, you came out, and because you weren't connected anymore, you cried. Anyway, time goes by, doesn't it? Pretty soon you're a little boy or a little girl, and you know, you grow up with your mom and your dad, and you love them very much, but time goes by again, and you're a woman or a man, right? And there's kind of a hole inside of you because that connection with your parents was lost, okay? Not because they're not there anymore, because, you've moved on. They're back wherever they were, and you're doing your thing. Okay, and there's also kind of a hole because you're not with God anymore. Okay? And we fill that hole with sex and drugs and dangerous activities like climbing mountains and jumping off buildings and skydiving and all sorts of other things. But that separation, okay, that you feel is it's just part of being human, but it doesn't have to be, because when you wake up, you'll be reconnected with God again. God's just waiting for you. Okay? Now, I personally don't believe in a God in the sense of an old man with a long beard living on a cloud. Okay? But that's the best word I know of that everybody can understand. So, the source of all life and consciousness in this universe is waiting for you. Okay? Oh God, if you like that better. So, how do we end this separation? Well, by waking up. Okay? Now, the fact is, the separation between you and your mom and you and the rest of humanity is an illusion, because we are all one, okay? And so, having this feeling of being alone, of being you against the world, is just an illusion. It's not true. You are connected to everybody, but you don't know it because you haven't woken up yet. So, the best thing we can do to wake up is to recognize that illusion. Recognize that you are connected to everybody on this planet. In fact, everybody in the universe. Okay? Because all life in the universe comes from the source. Okay? Now, this separation, which is very hard to deal with because that's just the way it is causing you to do some things that aren't great, like taking drugs. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with drugs, but if you take the drugs to fill the hole, which many do, then that's bad. Okay? The same thing with being greedy, trying to get a lot of money, a big car, all that stuff is meant to fill the hole that separation caused. Okay? But none of it works. There's only one thing that works, and that is getting back with God. And the way that we do that is to recognize that you are not you. You're not a person, okay? You think you are because that's basically what you've always been told. But you're not a person. You are a soul. You don't have a soul, you are a soul. Okay? And I know it's hard to sort of see that or feel that, but it's true. I don't talk about anything here except the truth. Okay? And this is true. Now, every day you wake up and you feel like I'm alone, even if there's somebody right next to you. Okay? And that's a problem, that you have. And you need to remember that you are not you. Okay? The thing that you think is you is actually a construct. The ego, it's called by many people. And you need to shed yourself of that construct. You're not doing the thinking here. The thinking is being done for you by the construct. And the continual thoughts that you can't stop, that constantly in your head, that's not you. And once you recognize that that's not you, then they'll kind of slow down and stop. And then you can feel, once you don't think as much, once there's not a constant babble in your head, you can feel the connection with other people. You can feel God, okay? Inside of us, we have an inner dimension, okay? Which is our connection with God. And in that dimension is love, joy, peace, wisdom, creativity, okay? That's where all of that stuff comes from, okay? And if you don't access that, then you'll never know it's there. And how do we access it? By waking up. So, just imagine that you could reach out and touch God anytime you wanted to. Okay? And just imagine that whenever you were feeling lonely or unloved, you could reach out and get love. Because it's in there. Okay? It's waiting for you. But in order for you to access it, you have to stop with the constant barrage of thoughts in your head. Okay? And the only way to do that is to recognize that you are not this person. Okay? This person was constructed for you by your parents, by the world, by the schools. Okay? Slowly over time, it was built around your beautiful soul. Okay? And slowly over time, your beautiful soul got completely obliterated from the picture. And now you're just this person, right? If you want the separation to end, if you don't want to be constantly bombarded with these horrible thoughts, okay, and a lot of them aren't great. A lot of them are just horrible, dirty, bad thoughts about other people, about yourself. And that is what's keeping you from accessing God. It's keeping you from accessing joy. It's keeping you from accessing love. And love is there for you, okay? I mean, I don't know how many people I've heard say, I'm lonely, I can't find love. Well, it's right there, okay? It's right inside you, okay? I know this is hard. I'm not trying to make anybody feel like it's an easy thing, okay? Most of the time when we wake up, it's through suffering. But that doesn't have to be, okay? You can recognize who you are. And once you do, that separation, that hole that's in you will go away, okay? Because you'll have God again. And you'll realize that you are one with everything. you'll feel that oneness within you. Okay? And you'll have your mom and dad back with you just like you did. Okay? Because they're part of everything too. And you're one with everything. Okay? Well, I guess that's all I have to say today. But just remember, you are not a person. You are a soul. And that soul is just waiting. It's been waiting for however many years you've been alive, just waiting for you to come find it. Please try to accept who you really are. I love you guys because you're me. And I will always love you. So have a great life.